Hi, this is Janet Granger. I'm back with another Wildlife Wins podcast, and I'm really excited. Today we have Sarah Lauch, who founded the Like Roo Foundation, which has just done amazing work. So, Sarah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. It's my honor, honestly.
This is so great. So, I want you to share with people what is the foundation, how did it start, the whole story about it.
Yeah, so we're about to have our 10-year birthday, which is mind-blowing. But I met Rue actually 11 years ago, in 2015. So he was at an open admission shelter in Chicago. And what does open admission mean? It means they have to take in every animal, whether it's a stray, whether it's an owner surrender, whether it's a horse, cow, pig, it has to be, basically they have to take in every animal. So as you can imagine, that shelter is filled a lot, and every animal there is in danger of being euthanized. And in 2015, the canine flu was really rampant, and almost every dog that went through there had this really awful sickness where you had to isolate them for weeks after you got them out of there. So we went one day and we were looking for a foster, and a dog named Cisco was kind of sitting calmly in his cage. He didn't look sick, but he was just more laid back. Every other dog was jumping to get out. We took him outside. He basically had issues urinating. He would go to the bathroom for about 3 minutes at a time. It was just coming out really slowly. So we knew something was wrong. We ended up rescuing him out of there thanks to a local rescue named One Tail at a Time. I fostered him. We actually co-fostered him with another person. He spent 6 weeks in isolation, so I would go and visit him. You know, when you pull a dog out, all you want is to like have them in your house and cuddle them. But he got rid of the flu, and then we were able to finally get him actually vetted because the vets weren't allowing the dogs in there because they were spreading this flu everywhere. And his teeth were ground down. I should mention he was an owner surrender. So whatever was going on in his past life, his owner obviously noticed something was wrong and probably surrendered him because of these health issues. So he went to get a dental, and when he went to get the dental and have a lot of his teeth removed, they found the cancer in his groin area, which was terminal, pretty much terminal. I mean, we could have probably done chemo and radiation, and now all of these things that I've learned, if I had to go back, I wouldn't do it. I would have done what we did. So for 6 months, we did a bucket list. He lived his best life. I mean, he stayed at the Waldorf Astoria. He went on boat rides. He loved ice cream. So anything that Rue wanted to do, we did. And along the way, you know, we shared his adventures. He became really like a popular dog. And unfortunately, 6 months later, he passed away. And when that happened, you know, it kind of takes some time to mourn. I think it's different when you have people hanging on by every moment and movement of a dog, and then they're just gone. You know, it was really hard for me to tell people that he was gone. I get teary, like still thinking about this, but you know, like a month or two later, I started to send cancer care packages of everything that Rue loved to people, spending my own money on shipping, hand making blankets, sending toys, treats, you know, a gift card so they could get ice cream before the animal passed away, hopefully, or beat cancer as a celebration. And I decided, you know, man, I'm spending a lot of my own money doing this. Let's try a 501(c)(3) and make this a charity. And here we are, you know, going on 10 years, $3.5 million granted to people in medical grants.
Wow.
Yeah. 5,500 care packages if you think about how many animals that is. And it's not just dogs. We help dogs, cats, we've helped a pig, a horse, hamsters, anything you can imagine, we have helped. And just a side note, you know, as you grow, you change a little bit. And this year we started a pet pantry for people that really need it when they got their benefits taken away. You know, that those benefits from the government don't apply to dog food. So when you have to pay money for your own food, something has to give with the pets. So we were able to provide now over $15,000 in pet pantry items, which I'm really proud of. You know, you have to like kind of sway sometimes and see if you can help in other ways. And again, that's not cancer related, but it is helping our community and people that need it. And then lastly, something that we implemented about 2 years ago is emotional support. Sometimes you can give somebody thousands of dollars and they still lose the pet, and then they're left with grief and no pet, and it hurts. Like, I just got emotional. It's been 11 years, so we partner with the pet loss community that has certified therapists, psychologists, and they have pet loss support and anticipatory grief support, which for somebody facing a pet with a cancer diagnosis, it is so hard to just get through every day. And the reason that it's called Live Like Roo is to like live in this moment and live for the day, like live how Roo lived. And that part is hard. And sometimes, it's important to get help and have people that listen to you and understand that they're going through one of the worst times in their lives. So I'm so proud of that. And that was $12,000 in that kind of, psychology help that we've given out is probably one of the most meaningful things that we do at this point.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So
That was a
Live
lot.
Like Roo is for animals and their families that have been diagnosed with cancer and sort of dedicated to this animal that you had 10, 11 years ago. And I just think what a wonderful legacy to have created for this dog. And what a great way for his life to have been so significant and to affect so many other animals and their families. So I had asked you, I don't know if you've already shared because you've already shared so much, but for a recent success story, um, do you have another one since you've
Yeah,
already
yeah,
shared
I
so
do.
many?
And I have one that's really recent. I think we see a lot of people asking for donations at the end of the year, and we did the same. And I will tell you, I got a message late on New Year's Eve about a girl that we've been helping for the past year or so, and she's a survivor of DV, so domestic violence. She's an Army vet. She lost her job. And initially, for Vader, her dog, who is literally her everything. I mean, her dog has gotten her through everything. Um, we started to pay for the chemo treatments, and then, we kind of lost touch. And I always tell people that we help, like, just tell me, if you need something else, at least I can try. We don't always have the funds for everything and everyone. But I had contacted her around Giving Tuesday because I was looking for like stories like to be updated basically for our donors to see. And she had told me that her other dog had passed away like the
Oh,
week before. And she was just buried in medical bills from that dog, but also Vader was still in chemo, doing chemo. So I said, "Oh, Jalexa, I'm so sorry. Send me those bills. I'll pay them." So we ended up, paying some more of the chemo bills to give her relief after losing her other dog after all this that she has been through. And I'm gonna cry. And then on New Year's Eve, she sent an email saying that he was cancer free and that he graduated. So it's just like amazing. I mean, he
wow.
has lymphoma, which is, we see such awful things with lymphoma. And so like I was able to wake up on New Year's Day and thank all of our donors because look at this story. This foundation is filled with sadness. It's filled with roller coasters, obviously. But to get that message late on New Year's Eve, and I was on my email, yes, I was. It was just amazing. So that's a perfect example of a success story, somebody that really, really needed us. And we have different funds for different things. So the Buddies Heroes Fund is for Army veterans or any veteran that has an animal with cancer. And it's really important for us to be able to help people that give back and have given back so much to the United States and the community.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for all you're doing
Oh, thanks.
for the people who need it, the animals that need it, and, both during and after. Um, wow. So I want you to share how people can learn more about the Live Like Roo Foundation, And I don't know, maybe if they're so inclined, donate or something like that.
Of course, yeah. And honestly, we appreciate donations. I just appreciate people commenting on our content on social media. That goes a long way, visiting our website, seeing what we do, and also telling your friends. Like say, like if somebody has an animal with cancer or you see, your friend have a pet that has a bump or a lump on it, like we can help with that preventative thing too. It doesn't always have to be a cancer diagnosis. Anyway, livelikeRoo.org. It's LIVELIKEROO is Roo. And then also our social media is Live Like Roo Foundation. So you can find so much on there. We post a ton of things. We love success stories. Obviously, we also spend a lot of time honoring pets. Last week, I'll tell you another quick story, is I kept getting these donations for this dog named Jed. And I was like, wow, this dog must be like really magnificent. And then his owner donated, because it would always say for Ted and Jed. And he donated a few days ago. And I said, Ted, I have been getting nonstop donations. I don't know like what you said or did to get these, but I really appreciate it. He's like, oh, Sarah, I learned about you from one of our vet partners, VCA, and I don't need the funds, but I wanted my family to donate in honor of my dog that I lost to cancer this year. And so it just proves to you, like, just spreading the word like that, you may get donations, you may get people that need your help. So we appreciate that so much. And that was just, somebody at our vet partner telling him about us, which it's just amazing. How cool is that?
That is just fabulous. Absolutely amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your stories, for doing what you do, and all the things. And I really appreciate your being on here and sharing with us today.
Thank you, Janet. Keep up this amazing podcast.
Thank you.